Chonkus Unicorn doing some damage. That's 300k, that's disgusting damage. That's insane. We are not even going to be able to burst Netherwing. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. We barely even used the bar. We were not even close to exploding Netherwing, and we were already at nearly 2 million damage. Wow. Today we'll be finding out how good Hyacine is compared to all the other healers for Castorice, and let's get right into it. We will be testing in the new MOC with Hyacine, Luocha and Gallagher. And let's see how we do. Okay, we're starting off with a Castorice E. I'm not gonna do any breaths, just gonna swap with a Q. Ooh. That just took us to 1 HP. That's ouch. Ronmei coming in with the Q into the buffs from the ult. Hyacine coming in with the E and the heals into the Hyacine ult. Chonkus Unicorn doing some damage. That's 300k, that's disgusting damage. That's insane. We're getting some Mimi support. Let's do a Mimi ult right here. In with the Castorice E. And in with the true damage. That's crazy. We didn't even need to burst Netherwing for that amount of damage. We are doing absolutely insane with Castorice. I still have my true damage buff on, but it has damage resistance, so I'm just gonna... I can't... Oh, I need to... Oh, I need to burst Netherwing. I can't swipe. Okay.
May death protect us.
That's fine, that's fine. We can build Netherwing stacks again, that's fine. We're back to 1 HP. We're back to 1 HP.
Embrace a new life.
Have some sunshine.
Getting some heals in.
Return
Castorice
to dust.
E. And Netherwing still has true damage. We are not even going to be able to burst Netherwing. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. We barely even used the bar. We were not even close to exploding Netherwing, and we were already at nearly 2 million damage. We couldn't even burst Netherwing. That was insane performance from Hyacine. Can we also pull off a 0 cycle with Luocha like with Hyacine? Let's find out.
Return to
As we're starting off with the E, very strong, very strong. Gonna swipe here as we've done through damage buff. Ooh, everyone's at 1
I
HP.
shall remember this warmth.
I'm on it. We can do it.
Let's bring Mimi out
Eternal sleep. The dead
into the Luocha ult. The Q
Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind.
into Ronmei ult. Mimi is at 97%, which is painful, which means we don't have true damage buff, so I'm just gonna swipe. Mimi coming in finally with the true damage bars. Let's build some Mimi bars with Trailblazer ult. Castorice coming in with the E. Luocha coming in with some amount of heals.
You can do
Building that Mimi bar.
There's more to life.
I'm just gonna use Ronmei's E right here. Netherwing is gonna explode, bringing us to the next phase. Should do around 2.9 million damage.
Death protect us.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. We still have the true damage buff. Okay, bringing Netherwing out.
Embrace a new life. Return to
E?
dust.
Okay, true damage buff is still with us. How much damage can we explode Netherwing for? This should give us a 0 cycle. This should give us a 0 cycle. 2.8 million, 2.8 million, 2.7 million. Not bad. And there it is. We can still 0 cycle with Luocha. Okay, now that we've proven that we can 0 cycle with Luocha, how well would our good old friend who's meant to be a 5-star Gallagher do? Let's find out.
Danger approaches.
Okay, let's start off strong with Castorice with E. I'm just gonna swipe it here.
This is being in sync. We can do it.
Bringing Mimi out.
Every petal
Doing the
in life,
Ronmei
all will
ult.
be swept away by the wind.
I'm just gonna swipe here because Mimi doesn't... 99%! That's painful. Yeah, that's painful. I'm just gonna heal a random person here, doesn't matter who.
This is the warmth of
Apply
life.
some Besotted on the enemy.
Indulge yourselves!
Getting some of my HP back. Getting buffed by Mimi.
Life is not so fragile.
Mimi ult.
Anything!
Return
Castorice
to
coming in with
dust.
the E. Enhance E.
You
Build
can
some
do
Mimi
it!
stacks. Build some Mimi stacks. So we show true damage. Gonna explode Netherwing, bringing us to the next
May
phase.
death protect us.
2.9 million, very nice, very nice.
Embrace
Okay,
a
okay,
new
okay.
life.
Netherwing coming out again.
Darkness with me.
Okay, okay, here we go. This should actually clear us around. I'm actually
May
gonna
death
zero
protect
cycle a
us.
Gallagher. No? Okay, oh, whoo! So we could clearly see that Gallagher could still zero cycle. That's actually crazy. With Hyacine, we did so much damage, we weren't even able to explode Netherwing. With Luocha, we finished it off with one explosion. With Gallagher, we sort of needed to rely on the DOTs right at the end a little bit, so you can see that there's a considerable amount of damage difference. If you do want to bring your Castorice team to the next level though, Hyacine is pretty much a must. We were doing so much damage that we couldn't even explode Netherwing. That's crazy. So I'm just going to show off the character builds and let's get right into it. Character build montage, go!